We're back this week with another quick update from High Level, a handful of items that you're definitely not going to want to miss. Stay tuned. We're jumping right in. The first update that we see here is the ad manager. Now, I'm going to kind of demo the ad manager a little bit because they've been making improvements to the ad manager. This particular improvement, this particular new addition is LinkedIn ads. You can now run LinkedIn ads. So that means you can run Facebook ads, you can run LinkedIn ads, you can run Google ads, all from your ad manager. Now, other than recruiting, I'm not sure if there's going to be very many of you guys using the LinkedIn ads manager, but for recruiting, I think it could definitely be a valuable tool for you. So I'm going to demonstrate it, but I'm also going to just take the opportunity to show you the ads manager in general. We've got a couple other updates here. We'll jump into those one by one. So this first one is the ad manager. Again, coming into the ad manager, very simple, very easy, very intuitive interface. We do a lot of Google ads. With Google ads, there are still some limitations that have kind of prevented us from jumping in and using it. Specifically, I think they just added the ability to add images to the ads, which is a big plus. We use a agency-wide MCC account is what it's called. I can't remember what MCC stands for, but basically it's like a manager account where we can manage all of our different ads accounts from one interface. So that would be why you're never going to see us likely use ad manager for Google ads. But for the individual LO that's considering running these for themselves or a small team, and you want to run it out of a high level account, the same high level account that you have everything else going on in, I think it's a really, really useful tool, even on the Google ad side. For Meta and for LinkedIn, I love it, mainly because Meta ads, Facebook ads, I cannot stand the Facebook ads interface. I cannot stand working within the Facebook ad manager. So I definitely like this ad manager in here. In fact, we have a couple campaigns running. These are probably going to be the last campaigns that we run inside of Meta, and we'll be using the ad manager instead. Quick demo of that, because I think most of you guys that are going to want to run ads are going to lean into Meta to begin with. And so the interface for that is really clean, really simple. You also have a lot of ad manager templates that you can pick from, although admittedly there aren't very many, if any, options for mortgage, but they do get you a decent start. You know, there are some real estate options here. So what is this one? Smooth. This one is probably close to being a mortgage one. Yeah, usually those are found under real estate. I don't see, oh, here's one, save 10% on closing costs, mortgage lender. So check those out if you're interested. Again, if nothing else, they're a decent starting point, just like most of the templates in here. Templates within any sort, like whether it's survey templates, site templates, whatever. I definitely wouldn't ever copy any of these templates word for word, but they give you a good starting point. But let's say we want to start from scratch with that Meta ad campaign. If we go in here, we click start from scratch. Again, I just like this interface a lot better. It's very straightforward. You don't have a million different options to apply in here. You've got your special ad category front and center for those of you guys that are in, obviously running mortgage ads. Those are going to be a special ad category, whether it's real estate related or finance related, credit related. It's going to be a special ad category. So you have the ability to designate that right out of the gates. Your ad set is going to be pretty straightforward here. Picking your Facebook page, picking your Instagram account. If you've done anything with Facebook ads and the Meta ad manager, right out of the gates that this is just way more intuitive, just a way better way to interact with it. Plus, within retargeting, we get the ability, is it in here? Select retargeting audiences, create a custom audience. We get the ability to create a custom audience based off of our smart list. So if I come in here, I can say use smart lists, and now it's going to dynamically update that audience. I demoed this, I don't know, a month or two ago. This was a huge update by High Level. This alone would be a reason to use the ad manager over using the Meta ads manager. So definitely check this out. Ad manager for our clients, this is free. This is included. If I believe the agency has the option to charge on an individual account basis. So you're either going to have a per account charge, it's going to be unlocked, or it's going to be locked to you and you don't have access to this. Or if you're the agency owner, I can't remember what the cost is for like unlimited access for all of your accounts, but that is an option as well. So check out the ad manager if you haven't already. Again, last thing that I'll kind of touch on really quick is the LinkedIn ads, because that's the new update here. Even though I know most of you guys aren't going to be doing LinkedIn ads, that interface is just as clean, just as intuitive. In fact, it looks very much like the Facebook ad option. So being able to come in here, choose your objective, you can create your lead forms inside of here. So going down to ad, select your lead form. You can create a LinkedIn lead form from here. You've got your introduction text, your call to action, all of that stuff, as well as your media as well. So definitely check this out. Again, I mean, if you've never ran ads before, then you don't know what you're missing. If you do go to the other, like to the ad manager, the actual ad manager tools, the Meta Ads Manager, the LinkedIn Ads Manager. So I would recommend just starting here. It's going to be a way easier, way cleaner experience for you. And again, if there are any minor features that you're unable to access, you're not even going to know the difference. This definitely has everything that you need to be running ads as a mortgage officer or even a small brokerage. So, all right, next up, we have some video enhancements in the page builder. Now, this is specifically for hosted videos. So within High Level, you have a number of different options as far as how you can host your videos in High Level, or how you can host a video on your website in High Level. So whether it's a website or a funnel, if you go to add a video element and you click add element here and you bring a video over, right, you're going to have the option. It's going to default to YouTube, where you can just paste your YouTube URL in here. You've also got Vimeo, Wistia, the custom embed, and a hosted video. All of these updates, these enhancements, are related to the hosted video. And so within that hosted video, you've got some new options in here to be able to loop that video and have it play constantly. You have the ability to change the way that the way that you interact with volume in here. So here's a quick little overview. They said that they made the UI just sleeker and more intuitive. So being able to choose where in the video you can lock the video at a certain point. So make it like gated so that they have to provide their information in order to watch the rest of the video. Some cool stuff in here for sure, as well as, you know, being able to create like a container for the video with an accent color and stuff. So definitely check this out. What you'll notice, maybe you didn't, but we are using the custom embed. I'm a huge Loom fan. I just love Loom videos. And so if I look at this one, I'll just go to my preview link really quick. I love with Loom videos, like it's, you know, if I want to re-record a video, it's really quick, really easy. Obviously the on-screen aspect of it is really nice. And then the like player is super intuitive as well, in my opinion. So you'll see us embedding Loom videos oftentimes, which is also a really simple experience. So quite a few different ways for you to put videos on your pages, whether it's a funnel page or a website page inside of High Level. Just one more reason to bring that website into High Level. If it's on WordPress currently or on a different platform, definitely recommend the High Level page builder. Speaking of, I'm going to go to the next update. I kind of rearranged the updates there for a second because I realized that this next update is also pertaining to websites. It's also a reason to use the website builder inside of High Level, which is a new addition to the analytics section inside of sites. So if you have any funnels, if you have any websites, go check out this analytics section. There has been a lot of stuff as far as like geographical breakdown, browser breakdown, IP addresses. So you can see if you're getting a lot of traffic from the same IP addresses, being able to track your different page views. You can break this down by funnels, by websites. You can drill down to individual websites, lots of different stuff that you can do with this. The new addition, though, is this traffic data that you get. Now, you'll notice this didn't start, like I've unknown all the way up to September 24th. And so if you go in here and you check this out, this update is less than a week old. The data did not backdate. It didn't go back and update all of the data that it had previously. And so starting September 24th, if you have websites or funnels inside of High Level that are hosted inside of High Level, you'll have access to this data. And so this includes breaking down basically like what you would expect to see in Google Analytics. So this was really the last thing that I was using Google Analytics for personally. And so this is just one less system that we have to log into to be able to see this kind of data, to be able to break down not only by the traffic channel, and this all is based on UTM parameters, by the way, but being able to see within those the source and medium as well. So I can see traffic channel. I can see I have organic search traffic, not a ton of it. I can isolate that by taking out everything else. So I can take out my unknown data and just go organic search and see what that organic search traffic looks like. And then I can come over here to sources, source medium, and I can view where that traffic is coming from. So is it Google? Is it DuckDuckGo, YouTube, those types of options? So lots of cool stuff in here. I imagine this will get even better. One thing right out of the gates as I'm doing this that I would like to see is the ability to narrow it down to just organic search. And then when I go over and check out source medium, I'd like it to carry that over. And so right now that's not the case, but great start. And again, enough for us to kind of ditch Google Analytics, because this was the last thing that we were using Google Analytics for, since we already have all this other data. All right, next up, Let's see. Next up, we have being able to add tasks without workflows. I'm not sure why this one was up here, to be honest. Oh, because I was showing you the preview. That's why. Okay, so being able to add tasks without contacts inside of workflows. So for a while, you've had the ability when you want to create a task. Let's go ahead and go into here. Let's go to contacts, tasks. For a while now, you've had the ability to add a task and not associate it to a contact when you manually create that task. However, when you create a task in a workflow, that workflow had to have a contact trigger, which means it was always going to be associated with that contact. Well, HighLevel's expanding this ability to create workflows that aren't associated to a contact, which is really valuable and really useful, considering there's so many things in here that honestly serve as a replacement for tools like Zapier or Make or things like that. The one caveat to that being you've had to have a contact associated to each workflow. So this is just one more example of them kind of moving the needle on that and changing that functionality so that you don't have to have a contact to leverage the workflow functionality. So now if you want to create tasks that are just general tasks that need to be created on a consistent, for whatever reason, it's, maybe it's triggered from an event, maybe it's triggered from a date change, the change of the month. I don't know what, like it could be a number of different things, but basically you can come in here and you can now create a task that's not associated to any contact and it will work. Whereas before it would say skipped because it's not associated to a contact, it now will work in here. So definitely something to check out if you're not using tasks already for just general tasks. Now you can do that. And not only that, but you can associate it with an automation or a workflow. Guys, that is it for this week's weekly breakdown. We are expecting some big updates in the coming weeks. Stay tuned. It might be slow for a week or two, but after that, we should see a massive, massive wave of updates. I've already got a handful of updates for next week, so I know that next week is not going to be dead by any means, but that high-level summit is going on somewhere in the middle of October. So we should see a little bit of a slowdown followed by a massive waterfall of updates. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you at the top.